All right, how about some Watch This Bitches?
Sure. What are you watching?
Well, I only watched the first episode, but it's for this show Russian Doll on Netflix. Have you heard
It's
of
a show? I thought it was a movie.
No.
Oh.
It's the, what's her name? Natasha Lyonne.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I thought it was a movie. It's a show?
Yeah, it's a show.
Oh, cool.
And
is it good?
And it's the rare show that's not an hour each episode. It's only
How long is each episode?
Half hour.
Really? So you're saying I should be watching this on the train?
Maybe. It's pretty trippy. I mean, I've only watched the first episode. It was pretty weird and trippy, and I'm imagining it's only going to get more so. But I can see on Internet Movie Database that it has a very high review score, especially for IMDb. 8.1. I never see something that high.
I just appreciate that you called IMDb by its full name.
Internet Movie Database. Yeah.
Keeping it old school.
Right.
Well, if an Amazon company is going to give a Netflix show a good review,
Yeah.
it's got to be good.
I'm just showing off that I know what it stands for. No, I mean,
I was trying to think of something that IMDb could stand for. That'd be funny, but I'm not that clever.
It's too late for that. Maybe like 3 hours ago you could have done that.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll watch that. We'll watch that just because it's under half an hour. You know, it fills a nice slot in our on-demand viewing lineups.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Goosebumps 2. The Goosebumpening.
Okay. I that is in the cards for me.
I figured it might be. It's not bad. It's tamer than the first one. I think the first one is probably and I say this in quotes, scarier movie. It's a better. The first one's better crafted. There's some thought put into it.
There's Hollywood actors in it, right?
Yeah, not in the second one.
Not in the second one. That's the interesting part about part 2 is like part 1 kind of ends on a like, oh, they could take this story somewhere. And they
don't.
Right. So Emmeline thinks it's going to be like a continuation of part 1.
It is not.
Right. Well, it can't be. They don't have any of the actors.
There is one.
There's one. Is it Jack Black? Was it Jack Black?
It is.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Does he do much? No. But he does exist in this movie.
Okay.
Would the movie still be the same movie if he wasn't in it? Yes. So that's all I'll say about that. It's fine. Your child will enjoy it. Elliot, though, actually, I'll get to this when we get to read this pitches. But what's Kingdom?
Kingdom is another Netflix original. This is a Korean period, like undead movie.
I'm out.
It's pretty cool.
All
I gotta
right,
say, I've only watched the first episode, but
speaking of periods,
what?
Nothing.
No. Well, there's a lot of blood.
Okay.
No, I mean, so far it was really cool, the first episode. And I do like Korean. There's some pretty good movies that come out of Korea, I gotta say. I feel like I like more
South Korea.
I like more live action Korean movies than Japanese movies, I would say. Somehow I like those better.
Bold
but I haven't seen a
statement.
lot of both, of either, rather. But that's my generalization.
I prefer mainland Chinese cinema, personally.
Yeah? Like what?
Judo.
No, I don't know.
That's the name of a movie.
Judo?
It's the early works of Zhang Yimou are very good.
I don't know.
Rush Hour 2?
Rush Hour 2. Yes.
You like that? All right. Is that it for Watch This?
Rising
Business?
Sun? Isn't that who is it? That was Andy Garcia and Michael Douglas? Isn't that
No,
what
Sean
that one is?
Connery and Wesley
Sean Connery's
Snipes.
in it too. I know. Oh yeah, what's the one with Michael Douglas and Andy Garcia? Andy Garcia gets his head chopped off.
Oh, Black Rain.
Thank you.
So glad I know
Sorry.
this.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert from a movie from 1991. Andy Garcia gets decapitated. If anything, that should get people to go see it.
No, I don't think he actually does get decapitated. Does he?
He does too. Yeah, he gets his head chopped off. Like, now my memory's foggy because it's been almost 30 years since I've seen that
Yeah.
movie.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure a guy on a motorcycle
Yes.
just drives by with the sword out and just slices
That's
his head right off.
Okay, yeah, I know that happens. I just wasn't sure if it was a decapitation or a disemboweling or what.
Partial decapitation?
No, I mean, you can kill somebody without cutting their head off, right? I mean, you can disembowel.
That's right.
Not
That's
if they're
true.
a Highlander.
I don't think he was a Highlander in that movie.
Can you prove it?
No. In the same way that I can't prove we're all not brains in a vat. I cannot
Exactly.
prove that Andy Garcia was not a Highlander in Black Rain.
I wasn't even talking about in Black Rain. I'm just talking
Oh, the
about
man.
Yeah. And that has been Old Man Movie Talk. Because we're all over 40.
I like
Right.
Rising Sun. I had read the book before watching the movie, I remember.
That's right. What is that, Michael Crichton?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Speaking of books, my son has started reading scary stories to tell in the dark.
Uh-huh.
He likes that. He said it was too scary for him. And then I said, so maybe you should stop reading it. And he goes, but I don't want to stop reading it.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know what to tell you then.
Right. Yes. You're at a
Is that the one with the
crossroads.
really like graphic cover?
Art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they
It was
update
his
it that
sisters.
at one point to kind of tone it down?
Yes, they updated it with less graphic art, and then people were like, "Why would you do that? That kind of ruins the book." And then they re-released it with the better art. But the copy he has is an old one that I bought at a tag sale for 25 cents.
It was always kind of weird that was a kid's book, though, because
Oh yeah,
those were some freaky images in that book.
Oh.
I remember reading that in 5th grade.
mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah. Elliot's in 2nd grade. Maybe he shouldn't be reading it.
Whoa. Okay.
But hey, it's a book and he's reading it.
Right.
It's a book that's a lot more words than pictures, and he's comprehending it. Which I
Gotta
what
let
am
him
I
read
gonna
it.
do? Yeah, I'm gonna let him read it because you know what? Even a scary book is still good for him,
Yep.
right? Isn't that what they say?
That is what they say.
That's what they say. Even a scary book is good for you. I saw that on a poster in a library.
I'm sorry. I'm just watching Andy Garcia get his head cut off.
Ah, see, I told you.
See, he does get stabbed for a few times with the motorcycle before getting his head cut off. But then eventually he just stands there and his head comes off and you watch it come off. And I just did. And Michael Douglas is not happy about it. I can tell you that.
I bet.
Very upset.
What year is it? Does it say what year it's from?
Oh, Black Rain? I'm gone already on that. Let's see. 1989.
Did you check the Internet Movie Database?
1989. So the
All right.
Internet Movie Database came back with 1989.
Nice.